My prayer request would just be that I see God's guidance in a career that I want to do someday, if it's on the mission field or here. I just don't know exactly what I want to do, so if I could just guidance on a career would be the biggest thing.
To be able to live out my faith and to really to put it in action, and like for other people here who may not have like that religious background, to just be that friend that shows them what Christ is like and what a life with Christ is.
I've only been here for a month, so y'all can really just pray that God would surround me with a group of like-minded people.
So a prayer request I have would just be like balancing everything, because when I first got here, I just did schoolwork, and now I'm like going out with friends and like hanging out and everything, and then my schoolwork like falls behind, and just, I don't know, having time for everything.
I think a prayer request for me would just be in the small group that I'm leading right now, just that people would show up and that their lives would be changed.
I just really hope I can stay focused. Also, the obvious, find a part-time job. Definitely need a steady part-time income, and just good grades so I can get into a good grad school or med school.
I think a big thing would be ministering to my family that lives in town that is not believers. Like time management, knowing what to say yes to and what to say no to.
Just to pray that I continue to get settled in on campus. Things are already going pretty well, but just to continue to get settled in with my grades, school, and just getting connected in the community.
You can pray that I continue just to make some good friendships. I've made quite a few so far, but I just want to continue to make more that will help me in my relationship with Christ, and that I would just continue to get involved and step out of my comfort zone, and for my classes as well, that I would just stay focused and motivated throughout the rest of the year.
That I would be able to share the gospel with my coworkers, with my residents, that I would continue to be a light for him, and I would continue to grow in my faith. And then just for direction for the next few years of my life, it's really key that do I go on to grad school? Do I try to pursue an internship? Do I try to go for my CPA license? It's just direction for the next few years of my life, as it is really important to my future and my career.
I'm still looking for a job currently. Being in Orlando, there's a lot of people that are in the job search, so just trying to help find a job that's right for me.
You could pray that I'd be able to find a close community of good Christian friends that I could just be able to encourage me and get plugged into a smaller group here.
I would say the thing that I probably need the most prayer for is figuring out what I can and can't do, because I want to sign up for everything and I have a lot of interests, but I got to make sure that I have my time management down.
At this point in time, I'm about the busiest I've ever been in my life, and so it's really hard to find time to make sure that I'm doing all the things I need to do for myself to just keep me healthy. Sometimes even to get to church on Sundays because projects come up, and so I make it, but I don't get to be as involved as I'd like to be. So if you could just pray for me to find time and to use it effectively and to stay healthy.
So for me, a prayer request would be definitely this next season of my life. I feel like I want to leave Gainesville and go to grad school and do stuff with dietetics, but I also kind of have this heart to this is very recent, staying here with my church community and just growing in them, but I don't really think that would equivalent well with dietetics, so trying to figure out that. And also just, I think, my senior year, I've just kind of realized, how important, time is spent and how important it is not to waste it. And so prayer request for me personally would be just to focus on what God has for me here, but also being intentional with future planning, but also living in the moment here, really investing in people and just, experiencing that community that I feel like God's put in my life, and just be very in the moment, because I'll never have this again. And as sad as that is, I don't want to dwell in the depression of oh, I'm graduating, but I'll just live it to the fullest. So I think that's kind of two prayer requests for me.
School's stressful. It's stressful working and doing school and going to church and crew and a lot of other things. So, stress.
Making sure that I really guard my time for Bible study and for prayer time, because I have been setting aside that time in the morning, but it's just hard sometimes when you stay up late studying and then you have to get up the next morning and you get up too late and everything.
Some big prayer requests would just be like guidance. Just like not necessarily knowing what I want to do, like if I want to keep being an engineer or if I want to change majors. And then just like help with schoolwork, because schoolwork can be tough sometimes, and time management.
You could pray that I can find a good church to get involved with, one that I can meet other families, and one that I can just have a good connection to outside of Cru. Well, I'm going to be graduating soon. I graduate in the spring, so I think that just kind of the stresses that come with that. What I'm going to be doing next year is a little unknown, so I don't really know what's going to be happening, but just pray that the Lord really just shows me where I need to go, that I can just follow what He wants me to do and honor Him with next year. I don't really know what it's going to bring, but that I just stay faithful to Him and trust in His plan for me.
Prayer request right now would definitely be just be filled with the Spirit of God, because at the engineering college, there's no real ministry outreach, so trying to reach out to my friends is definitely hard. Like, I've been given a lot of great tools and stuff and knowledge as to how to share my faith, but it's still a struggle to like reach out to them. And also just the amount of workload is very ridiculous, but He's literally like blessed me so much in that, so I know that He can continue to do so. It's just that, hey, just keep on going to Him to share His love to my friends at the campus and to even do my homework in the first place.
A prayer request for me would probably be feeling really secure in where I'm at and my faith as I continue to grow, because so far it's gone really well being at Florida State, you know, and not feeling a ton of like peer pressure, but being able to stay grounded in what I believe in, but at the same time getting ready to exit into like more adult life. I feel like is a whole different story, and so I've just been really trying to prepare for what being an adult, maybe not in the college community life will be like. Makes me a little bit nervous, like knowing that I have even harder decisions to make, maybe in my relationship with God and how that is influenced in my life. But honestly, just like that next step, I think I know what I want to do, but I haven't felt 100% peace about if that's where God wants me yet.
You can pray for me for academics specifically, and just learning how to get a better work ethic. And also just making sure that I don't dive into relationships soon or too fast and screw up my freshman year somehow.
You know, James says, like, don't be conformed to the world, and they talk about that. And something that's pretty serious about a prayer request is it's really easy to get caught up in, like, just be part of the college culture instead of saying, hey, there's some things that I have to follow through on. And it's a pretty serious challenge, you know, to not be conformed to how the norm is here.
Just for my grades, because I don't know, it's hard balancing everything out, like being a sorority, hopefully getting a job.
I've lately been feeling like I haven't really been like fulfilling the Great Commission. I have a lot of ins with people who don't have a faith, and I've kind of felt bummed that I haven't been able to like make an impact. I have a lot of open doors that I've kind of talked with Jerry about how to best utilize Christ in that situation, and so just that kind of happens and that I'm motivated to make that happen.